Billy Burger, Model Citizen, Jumping for Junk Food by John Czaklis. Hey, what's up? My name is Billy Burger. Nice to meet you. If you're reading this, you have good taste in books. Now that I know something about you, how about I tell you something about me? I live with my family in a medium-sized house in a little town called Hicksville in the big state of New York. Our medium-sized house got much smaller the same time my family got a little bigger when my baby sister, Ruby, was born. She's kind of cute, if you like stinky, smelly noisemakers. My parents both work at the Hicksville Police Department. Pretty cool, huh? Dad is a detective. Mom is a criminal psychologist. Together, they solve mysteries and catch troublemakers. Now that I think about it, that isn't much different than taking care of me. But I wouldn't call myself a troublemaker exactly. I prefer the term adventurer. I'm always looking for interesting things to do or discover because I get bored easily. I think it's because I have an overactive imagination. Want to know what's more overactive than my imagination? My appetite. I love to eat, and sometimes I think about that more than anything else. Seriously, I'll try anything twice. I usually don't go on adventures alone. My partner in crime is also my best friend, Teddy. He lives a few houses down from me on the same block. I'm always trying to think of fun things for us to do together. When I get an idea, it is usually awesomely epic. Unfortunately, my ideas don't always go as planned, and that's when I get in trouble. But I'm working on that. I'm working on being a better person, a better student, a better everything. Just like my grandpa, William Burger, the hero of Hicksville. He's sort of a legend in our town. He did good deeds and inspired others to do the same. And like Grandpa, I'm going to do just that. 1. TGIF. Finally, it's Friday! We're free! I shout. I run down the sidewalk enjoying the sunny afternoon. The bus driver just dropped off Teddy and me at our bus stop. Our stop is only a block away from where I live, and Teddy is staying with me until his parents get home. Our awesomely epic weekend awaits, I say. I'll race you to your house, Teddy says. Last one there has to do the other's homework. Say what? There is no way I'm doing more homework than I have to. You're on, I shout and run as fast as I can. Teddy picks up steam and catches up to me. Then he passes me as quick as a flash. Suddenly my side aches, so I stop to catch my breath. I'm not even thinking about the extra homework right now. I'm just trying not to throw up. Oof, I pant, plopping down on Old Man Withers' front yard. I fall on my back, but my school bag is so bulky that I tip over onto my side. Teddy circles back around. Are you okay, man? He asks. Yeah, I wheeze. Must be my heavy backpack. I try to wriggle out of it, but I'm stuck. You remind me of a beached whale, Teddy laughs. Hey, I shout. Don't make me spray you with my blowhole. I cover one nostril and prepare to shoot a snot rocket at my friend. Teddy puts his hands up. Dude, I surrender, he cries. Good. Now, help me out of this thing, please, I grunt. Teddy pulls the straps off my arms and chucks the school bag onto the grass. I sit up and start to breathe normally again. Guess I'm stuck doing a double dose of homework now, I say. Nah, man, forget about it, Teddy replies. I pull down my sleeve and wipe the sweat off my forehead. What is it, like 1,000 degrees out here? I ask. Teddy shrugs. Feels okay to me, he says. He lies down on the grass and looks up at the sky. After a moment, he says, Fridays really are the best days. Totally, I reply. We don't have to do anything, Teddy adds. I beg to differ, I say. I rub my hands together like a mad scientist. Mwah! What? What? Teddy asks. I have the latest episode of Super Samurai from Outer Space saved on our TV, I say. Oh, well, we obviously have something to do. We're watching that, Teddy exclaims. Duh. Teddy and I walk the rest of the way to my house. When we get inside, we dump our school bags near the door and take off our shoes. Anybody home? I yell. I'm upstairs, honey, my mom calls out, changing Ruby's diaper. Hey, you! I holler back. Teddy and I are staying down here where the air is fresher. I barely get my words out when we hear a loud grumble. What was that? Teddy asks. His eyes are wide with fright. You don't have a pit bull, do you? He asks nervously. Those things terrify me. Yes, Teddy, I have a pit bull, I say, rolling my eyes, and it's right behind you. Ah! Teddy screams. Relax, I say. It was just my stomach telling me it's snack time. Oh, right, Teddy cries. I forgot that your stomach has a mind of its own. Yeah, so let's get something to eat, I say. As we head into the kitchen, I ask, so, Teddy, we know Friday is the best day, but what is the best time of day? Snack time, Teddy says. That's right, I reply. Other correct answers would have been breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert. Teddy laughs. If it isn't obvious, I really like to eat, probably because I'm always hungry. So what kind of snacks do you have? Teddy asks. Let's have a look-see, shall we? I say as I open the pantry door. Teddy whistles. Whoa, dude, he exclaims. It's like the Cave of Wonders in here. My friend pushes me aside and starts pulling boxes and bags off the shelves. I mean, you got all the good stuff. Cheese puffs, double fudge brownies, chocolate chunk cookies, lime-flavored tortilla chips. It just goes on and on. Man, my mom would never let me eat half this stuff. Mine either, I say. But we lucked out, see? My parents stocked up for this big party they were going to have last week. Then Ruby got sick with an ear infection. The bad part was that she was up all night, screaming and crying and pulling her ears, and Mom and Dad had to cancel the party. But the good part is, now we get to have a party of our own. Woohoo! Party! Teddy cheers. We grab as many snacks as we can carry and walk to the den. Teddy and I get comfortable on the couch while I search for a cartoon show on the DVR. Aha! I announce. Here it is, the next epic episode. Super Samurai from Outer Space is a show about 4 samurai brothers from ancient Japan. They have the power to travel through the galaxy at the speed of light. Their mission is to fight mutants and monsters trying to destroy the universe. I lean back and tear open a bag of barbecue-flavored potato chips. The sweet and salty smell fills the air. I waft the aroma into my face and inhale the tastiness. My taste buds are ready to party too, I exclaim. 2. Button bullet. Chomp, crunch, munch, gulp. Teddy and I stuff our faces with potato chips and barely even stop to breathe. We inhale them all before the first commercial break. Nothing but crumbs are left. Carefully, I tip the bag upside down and shake them into my mouth. "What's next?" Teddy asks, wiping potato chip dust off his t-shirt. "How about the chocolate chunk cookies?" I suggest. "Excellent idea! Let's dunk the chunk," Teddy replies. "Got milk?" "Yes, sir," I say. Right as Teddy and I enter the kitchen, my mom shows up. "What are you doing?" she asks, surprised. "You're not eating all that junk food, are you?" I quickly hide the box of cookies behind my back and pass it to Teddy. He scoops it up out of my hand and runs into the den with it. "See?" I say, holding up my empty hands. "No junk food. I just came into the kitchen for 2 nice cold glasses of milk." My mom looks at me suspiciously. "Then what's all over your face and hands?" she asks. Uh-oh, I think. Must be all that barbecue chip dust. Suddenly an ear-piercing wail fills the air. "Wah!" Ruby is crying in her crib. Mom sighs and goes back upstairs. "Phew," I say, wiping my brow. Saved by the screech. I get our glasses of milk and join Teddy in the den. Then we go to town on the double chocolate chunk cookies. The poor things didn't even know what hit them. Soon after, my stomach starts to feel funny. It feels overstuffed like a Thanksgiving turkey. Maybe if I lean back a bit, I won't feel so much pressure, I think. Just as I try to get comfortable, I hear a loud pop. The button on my jeans rips off and flies across the room like a bullet. "What the?" Teddy cries. "Did you see?" I say. The button bounces off of my dad's model World War II plane and zips back toward us. It slaps Teddy in the face, leaving an imprint on his forehead. "Ow!" he yells. Then we both stare at each other thinking, did that just happen? We laugh and laugh until we are red in the face and tears are streaming down our cheeks. "Billy, your belly's a deadly weapon," Teddy gasps. I'm laughing so hard that I barely notice that the model airplane is still teetering on the brink of the shelf. "Oh no! The Hawker Fury!" I cry and leap off the couch. The Hawker Fury was a British biplane and Dad's favorite model. If it breaks, I'll be facing his Fury for sure. I rush to catch the plane as it tips over the edge. "Ack!" I cry and reach out my hands. But guess what? Since I no longer have a button on my jeans, they drop right to my ankles and I trip over them. Thud! I bang my knees and slide across the rug. Whoosh! Luckily, the model airplane lands right in the palm of my hands. Phew! I say, breathing a sigh of relief. Teddy cackles. "I see London, I see France, I see Billy's underpads," he sings. Teddy falls off the couch, laughing even harder. "Oh, knock it off," I say, pulling up my jeans. Holding my pants up with one hand, I return Dad's model airplane onto the shelf. This situation would be funnier if it were happening to Teddy and not me. Looking down at my pants, I see that the fabric has ripped where my button used to be. "Oh, man," I complain. "My pants are ripped. How am I gonna fix them? I don't know how to sew." Teddy looks thoughtful. "You could try stapling them," he says. How about I staple your big trap shut? I might get a little rude when I'm embarrassed. Suddenly, my mom calls me from the kitchen. Billy, why is the refrigerator handle all sticky and greasy? She finds us in the den and looks around the room at the empty snack bags and boxes. You ate all this junk food? She gasps. I stare down at my feet. Not exactly, I reply. Teddy helped. Teddy shoots me a nasty look. I think I hear my mom calling me, he says, cupping his ear. Yep, that's her all right. I don't hear any, my mom starts. But Teddy picks up his backpack, slips into his sneakers, and heads for the door. In a flash, he's gone. Mom folds her arms across her chest. You know what we said about junk food? That it's delicious? I say. No, Billy, she says, rubbing her temples. That it's unhealthy and too much is bad for you. How can something that tastes so good be so bad? I say to myself. And that's when Mom says a bad word that starts with D. I think it's time we called the doctor, she says. Doctor? I shout. Why? So we can talk about your diet, Mom answers. We need to change a few things around here. Diet? Say what? That's the other bad D word. Mom looks down and picks up my button. No way around it, young man, she says. First thing tomorrow morning, we're going to the pediatrician. 3. The doctor will see you now. It's Saturday morning, and I'm lying in bed feeling miserable. Saturday mornings are supposed to be spent sleeping in and then watching Super Samurai cartoons while eating sweet, sugary Super Samurai cereal. But not this Saturday morning. Mom made an appointment for me with my pediatrician. That's a snazzy word for kid doctor, meaning a doctor who works with kids, not an actual kid that's a doctor. Anyway, going to the doctor is no fun at all. Knock, knock. Someone is at my door. I pull the covers over my head and hope that they go away. No such luck. Hey, champ, says my dad. May I come in? Billy isn't here right now, I yell back. Leave a message after the beep. Beep! The door opens and Dad walks in. Smooth, he says, but I'm not falling for that old trick. Dad sits on the edge of my bed. I don't have to be a detective to figure out something is wrong. You want to talk about it? He says. My dad is really cool and fun, and we get along great, except for when I get in trouble. Then he's not fun. I sit up and look at him. Mom's making me go to the doctor, and she's gonna give me a shot with a big needle, I complain. What if it goes through my arm? Billy, listen to me, Dad says. The doctor is not going to give you a shot. She's just going to give you a checkup and talk about making some changes in your diet. But why? I whine. This is a good thing, actually, little buddy, Dad replies. How so? I ask. Dad smiles. This is a good thing because we all need to change our eating habits as a family. Ever since Ruby was born, your mom and I didn't have the time and energy to be mindful of our food choices. So you have inspired us to go to the doctor too. Whoa! My dad is kind of a superhero in real life. So for him to say that I inspired him is a big deal. I did that? I ask. Yeah, champ, you did. Dad puts out his fist, and I bump it. I also start feeling a little better. How about I make us a nice, healthy breakfast before you head out? Dad says. I finally change out of my pajamas into a pair of sweatpants and my favorite Super Samurai t-shirt for a bit of good luck. Dad and I enter the kitchen where Mom is feeding Ruby her breakfast. There seems to be more food on Ruby's face than in her mouth.